So this might sound like it belongs on a mug from Marshall's or TJ Maxx. Say your daily affirmations. Saying what you want out loud. Repeating it, especially before bed. And yes, this is where Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live walks in, points at the mirror and says,
I'm going to do a terrific show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
And we all laugh because it feels cringe. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of cringe things are just truths with bad marketing. Because if you strip away the fluff, what affirmations really are a way to aim your mind. And if you've watched my possible reality and double slit episodes, you already know why that might matter.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
So this is the New Year thought experiment. What if talking to the universe is actually a practical skill? Welcome back to Thinking and Being. If you like what you see today, please be sure to like and subscribe, as this will enable you to see more content from myself and others just like this. And those kind of things really help the channel, liking and subscribing and hitting all the buttons, so I really appreciate it if you do that.
Welcome to TGI McScratchies, where it's constantly New Year's Eve. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1.
It must be wonderful to ring in the new year over and over and over.
Please kill me.
So why this particular topic? Well, New Year's is a psychological portal. New Year's is basically a social permission slip. Everyone collectively agrees, okay, it's time to reset. But most resolutions fail because they're not actually a plan. They're more of a vibe. Get healthier, be happier, make more money. Cool. Your brain hears that and goes, amazing. How? When? With what schedule? Then January hits like a brick and you miss a day, and then your identity collapses and confirms, see, I never follow through. That's not who I am. So what I like about affirmations is that they're not a resolution. They're a constant directional anchor. A daily reminder of who you're becoming. And if you do them correctly, specifically, consistently, and with action attached to them, they turn the new year from a hope fest into actual operating system upgrades. And so why do affirmations get mocked? And why do most people do them wrong? Let's be honest, most affirmations are kind of trashy. I am rich. I'm confident. Your brain immediately goes, no, you're not. That's because the mind has a bullshit detector. Vague affirmations feel like lying. And if it feels like lying, you won't repeat it long enough for it to matter. Stuart Smalley is funny because it captures that mismatch. You can't just declare a reality your nervous system doesn't buy. So the solution isn't affirmations don't work. The solution is stop making affirmations sound like propaganda. A good affirmation isn't a fantasy statement. It's a targeting and selecting statement. It's not, I'm going to be king or queen. It's, I'm moving this way, and here's what that means for me in real life. And one of the main rules of this is that specificity or it doesn't count. Here's a rule I want you to steal. If your affirmation can't be measured or acted on, it's not an affirmation. It's more of a wish. I want a better life is fog. I want to earn X number of dollars by doing Y by Z date. That's a coordinate. I want to feel healthier is fog. I will run twice per week and lift twice per week for the next 30 days. That's a coordinate. The universe, whatever you think the universe is, it responds to coordinates, and your subconscious definitely does. Specificity removes confusion, and confusion is where intentions go to die. So if you're going to talk to the universe, talk like you mean it, not like you're ordering off someone else's menu that you saw on social media. Now let's address the real question. Are you talking to the universe or talking to yourself? My take, both can be true. And you don't need to pick, because the functional mechanism is the same. You're aiming your attention. When you name an intention, you start noticing signals that you probably used to ignore. Opportunities, patterns, people, invitations, risks. That's a big one. And as soon as your attention changes, your choices change. So even if someone thinks manifestation is nonsense, they still have to admit this. Attention determines what you perceive, and perception determines what you do. That's not spiritual. That's basic human functioning. And observation is a metaphor for reality selection. Without going full physics nerd, the double slit experiment is basically the idea that observation changes outcomes, potentially in your life as well. In your personal life, observation works like a metaphorical beam of light. The future contains a bunch of possible paths. The one you move toward is the one you repeatedly pay attention to. Affirmations are like choosing a lens. They're like saying, this is what matters. This is what I'm tracking. And if you track something long enough, you don't just notice it, you start acting like it's real. That's why affirmations can feel like reality bends. It's not necessarily the universe doing backflips. It might just be you finally steering the right way. And why does nighttime work? And in particular, before you go to sleep? Because the brain changes modes. Before sleep, you're less guarded, less analytical, more suggestible, not in a hypnotic way, but in a habit formation way. It's also when memory consolidates while you sleep and your brain sorts the day into what matters and what doesn't. So when you repeat your intention right before sleep, you're basically handing your subconscious a sticky note. Hey, prioritize this. That can show up the next day as a mood shift, a decision shift, or even a tiny courage boost towards some actions. And those tiny boosts matter because most life change doesn't happen in grand moments. It happens when you choose the slightly harder option repeatedly. And what's the missing ingredient? You want to pair affirmations with a triggered action. Here's where most people lose it. They say affirmations like a ritual, then they live the next day exactly the same. That's how affirmations become placebo theater. Here's the upgrade. Pair affirmations with a triggered action. Something so small, it's almost stupid. Example, I'm becoming the kind of person who ships creative work weekly. Triggered action, tomorrow I'm going to spend 12 minutes drafting before I check my phone. Or I'm becoming financially free. So the triggered action is, tomorrow I will make one uncomfortable call, send one pitch, or apply to one opportunity. The magic isn't the sentence. The magic is the sentence activating behavior. And this aligns with psychology as well. William James, one of the founders of modern psychology, basically argued that attention is the beginning of will. What you attend to becomes your reality and shapes your character over time. That's the philosophical backbone of affirmations. Then, modern psychology adds a practical trick: implementation intentions. The idea that if X happens, I will do Y. It's not necessarily motivational, it's just mechanical. It turns a dream into a reflex. So an upgraded affirmation isn't just I will, it's if it's 9 p.m., I say this. If it's morning, I take this small step. You're building a bridge from intention to action. And once action becomes automatic, you stop needing motivation, which leads to my next point. Let's kill a myth. Motivation is not the spark. Motivation is usually the smoke. Action actually drives inspiration, not the other way around. People tend to wait for a train that never comes, to feel ready, to feel inspired, to feel confident. And that's why people stay stuck. Your brain believes what you repeatedly prove. When you act, you generate evidence. I'm the kind of person who does this, even if just once in a while. That evidence creates confidence. Confidence creates more action. And then motivation appears because now the activity is rewarding. So affirmations are not supposed to pump you up like a hype man. They're supposed to get you to take the first step that creates evidence. Your life doesn't change when you feel different. Your life changes when you do small things long enough that feeling different becomes inevitable. Here's a script that might actually work for you. Here's some things you can do tonight. 3 lines, nothing dramatic required. So first, identity. I'm becoming someone who blank. Specific outcome. This year I will achieve blank by blank. Next action. Tomorrow the smallest step I will take is blank. Say it out loud twice, then stop. Don't negotiate with yourself for 30 minutes. The point is not to create emotion. The point is to create direction. If you want to make it universe flavored, finish with one sentence like, show me the next step. So even if you don't believe the universe is listening, well, you are. Your subconscious is. Your nervous system is. Your attention is. And when you repeat an intention consistently, You stop being a person who hopes. You become a person who moves. That's the New Year's shift. Not resolutions, not guilt, not new me pressure. Just one clear direction rehearsed nightly, paired with small actions, long enough for reality to start meeting you halfway. And if you want to keep a stored Smalley vibe, cool. Look in the mirror and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough to take that next step. That's the whole game. So when it comes to the new year, modifying a Henry Ford quote, whether you think it will be a good one or a bad one, you're right. So get going on those goals, objectives, and nightly affirmations, and Happy New Year.
You know what? I think this is the best show I've ever done. And you know what? I deserve it. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Thanks for watching today. My 3 key takeaways are: affirmations aren't magic. They're a steering wheel. So steer the right way. Next, specificity is the secret sauce. Yummy. And then last, pair affirmations with a small step. Say it at night, and you're programmed for the next day. So what do you think? Have you ever tried to state affirmations before bed every night? Try it for a while. Have you tried mentioning specific things that you will do and achieve? For those who have, has it worked? Comment below and tell us. If you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe, as it will help keep this content coming your way. And stay tuned for more around physics, philosophy, psychology, and consciousness, and all the intersections in between that affect your thinking and being. But until then, keep thinking and being, and do not go gentle into that good night.